How's this for title? Brie Larson tastes like kimchi and loneliness. Guys, you can check the links to enter the art contest, join the Discord, buy a t-shirt, or support the Patreon or the channel in other ways. Somebody wants to make me an LGBT CG plus shirt. My gender is Comicsgate. Put Bianca Fights the Zombies in it. Use the email. I can email you the art that you can use, or you can just use your own. I really want a shirt that says that. Okay, Captain Marvel 11. 3 breastless women in their 30s. A brave and plucky little black girl who saves Captain A-Cups because, gosh darn it, she wants to be a superhero. Oh, and Captain Marvel has a black boyfriend because it's Marvel, so propaganda is pretty heavy-handed. Something diversity. Oh my god, guys. You guys, totally need to, open your borders and be diverse because it's our strength or something. I don't know. It's stupid. Who is this comic for? I wrote that and thought, wow, that is actually a pretty good question because it seriously stumped me for a long time. I couldn't come up with something. This is issue 11, and I checked Comicron, and they only go up to issue 8 because it takes some time to catch up, but issue 8 shipped 20,000 units to retailers. Keep in mind that Captain Marvel, the film, was a huge hit. Remember the $1 billion? And they paid Brie Larson $5 million for that dog food roll of a movie. God, that movie sucked. It was better than the latest X-Men film, but that's not saying much. It was pretty bad. So why don't they capitalize on that success? And I want to know, who are the 20,000 people that allegedly bought this communist manifesto? I guess there are 20,000 anti-Comicsgate soy people who want a virtue signal bad enough to own the Comicsgate bigots, enough that they're willing to spend $4. I know I joke around a lot, but seriously, Captain Marvel was boring. Naturally, you may counter that it wasn't made for you, but I don't think it was made for anybody. You know what? I think it might have been made for moms to buy their kids who will read it and then think their mom is retarded. Those 20,000 issues shipped/sold, are just encouraging more of this bad writing. The idiots who work on this must be blowing the boss because everything about this comic sucks. It's badly written. It has heavy-handed propaganda. It is even the colors, everything is flat, dull, and uninspired art. And of course, the drawing of the women, strictly limited to approved body types. Listen, I can understand one chick with B cups, no problem. But women's bodies vary. They're tall, short, slim, muscular, big butts and boobs, or small, but they vary. Now, you can't have fat chicks playing the parts of superheroes because they are too active. But for the love of all that is holy, can you at least add a C or D cup into the mix? All the art is the exact same body type. It's just redrawn. They introduced an Asian girl. I'm still not sure if it's a dude. I assume he, she, zer, it is a tranny. And while we are on the subject of hot tuna, nobody wants to read a comic about a bunch of cat ladies. Oh, and the black boyfriend thing is ridiculous. 99% of black guys wouldn't even look at Captain Marvel. They would prefer some chick with TNA. They're pretty famous for that. They would rather a girl be a few pounds overweight than a few pounds underweight. Pretty much anything I say about the mixed couple stuff could just be clipped and taken out of context. I'm just going to point out that it's pretty rare. I realize that as I write this, my buddy married a very skinny white girl, but he is the exception to the rule. He also loves chow and box, so that is another thing black guys aren't known for. He is a huge comic book nerd. Actually, all black guys I know are into comics. Actually, most of the people I know are into comics, but comics pre-2000. Nobody reads modern woke comics. Even my left-wing friends don't read woke Marvel. Maybe woke college lesbians and alcoholic single moms are buying these twat rags, but their kids, I guess, are reading them once and they tell their moms to save the money. But Bianca, what about the plot, the characters, the character arcs and development? There is none. And actually, there isn't much of anything but thinly disguised propaganda. There is literally one cool thing to happen, and it happens on the last page. The breastless, buttless antagonist. Seriously, it must hurt for these bony butt girls to sit down on anything hard. And no, that wasn't a double entendre. The only thing hard around these cat ladies is their faces. So the bad girl gets her superpower microprocessor destroyed by the breastless, buttless, personality-less Captain Marvel, but it turns out that she didn't need it. She had absorbed the power of the device and kind of became the weapon herself. I know you guys think that this is just kind of lazy writing, like a typical comic book plot device, but the book was so vapid that it was actually a nice change of pace. And since Captain Marvel is so absolutely unappealing, she actually makes the antagonist interesting by default. There's another breastless Asian girl or a Thai ladyboy, I'm not sure, because you'd have to check the equipment, and I'm not that brave. Anyway, sucked. It sucked even harder than Brie Larson, which is a hell of an accomplishment. What is her personality? She's Chinese or Korean or something. Maybe she tastes like kimchi and loneliness. Captain Marvel probably tastes like box wine and sushi. Okay, this comic is a complete waste of $4. Literally nobody who isn't on a combination of whiskey, benzos, and painkillers would enjoy this comic book. I wish that I had some Xanax just so I could have some enjoyment while reading this. Funny thing is, there are a lot of comics that are this bad. This isn't a rare find. I look through comics every few days, and so many of them have women on the cover. Even worse, colored women of color on the cover, which is odd because women don't buy comics, especially brown women. They don't buy this horse shit because they're not brain damaged. They would be better off getting themselves a $4 joint and writing their own comic book outline. Okay. Let's take a deep dive into this comic. This is the review is pretty much over. I just need to pad out the video because sometimes people will watch the videos and they'll just leave them playing, so I got to get the minutes up beyond 7 minutes. This is the female? Question mark? Come on. I guess she's Asian. I don't know. I don't even know about that. Let me go back to the beginning. Let me go back to the beginning of this horse pucky. Not a bad cover. Right? Boobs. Really wide apart boobs. But a pretty face. Big blonde hair. This cover's got something going on, right? Was she pulling off her cape? Pulling off her clothes? I bet you they thought about that for a little while. Like, does she look like a stripper or something? Anyway, of course, the interiors don't look anything like the cover. I don't know who did the cover, and I don't care. Oh, as soon as you see this, what do you think? Maybe I should turn it sideways. I'm at, 8 minutes? So usually people don't get this far in the videos. Come on, it looks like she's taking a load to the face, doesn't it? A little bit. I mean, not that I watch this kind of... Oh, somebody filmed a adult version of Captain Marvel. People are talking about. I haven't seen it, but somebody was talking about it. They say it's funny. They say it's better than the real thing, which it would almost have to be because the real Captain Marvel movie just was, God, what a letdown it was. I had a hard time paying attention to it, which is usually not a problem for me. I'm usually totally into superhero type movies, whether they be Sony or Fox or Marvel or DC, just that kind of, basic genre of superhero type movies. Oh, come on. What are you doing with this kind of thing? And another thing you notice as you flip through these pages is, of course, the lack of any female development. But when they show the butts and the crotch, it's always in shadow. Seriously, go through this. This is issue 11. Go through all 11 issues if you wish. Though it's not worth the $44. The crotch, the butt, always in shadow. It's bizarre. Look at this. See? Breasts are turned away from the camera, or they're just non-existent, or their arms are always crossed over their chest. It is freaking weird. Even LGBT people want to look at butts. And they want to look at the human form looking its best. That's why comics are, aspirational and inspirational. Did I zoom in on that? Yes, I did zoom in on that. Look at her crotch. Please, stare at her crotch. Why would you put it in shadows? I'm not making this up. I'm not. This isn't confirmation bias. This is just really shitty art. I wonder if I'm gonna get in trouble for playing this music. Shoot, I should probably turn. I don't even know if you can hear it. It's on a Bluetooth speaker, but it's like 6 feet away. I better turn it down. Yeah, this isn't a comic that anyone cares about. Most people who are reading comics, I would say, boys between 8 and maybe 20. That's probably the big bulk, and then you have your adult buyers, and there's no way in hell adult males are buying this book. And like I said, it shipped 20,000 issues. That's coming off the tail of $1 billion movie. Look, her butt's in shadows. So, I mean, listen, sell to your audience. If you got a bunch of black guys coming into your store, or who are, you know your demographics. If your demographic is African American males between 15 and 25, then guess what kind of comic you better be putting out? You got to give people what they want. If your audience is Latin American, Mexican Americans, then give them Mexican heroes, superheroes. Or give them what they want to look at. So not everyone wants to look at their own exact culture. Some people like blonde people more than anyone else, just because kind of Hollywood. But little boys do not want to read about these single cat ladies. These ladies look like their moms, after they get back from their fitness class, their yoga classes. There's nothing. And once boys hit, I don't know, when is puberty, like 11ish, it kind of starts gearing up, and by 12 it's kind of really going. They're still reading comic books. They want to look at beautiful women doing amazing things. They don't want to see this. Oh, okay, 2 blonde chicks hitting each other. Of course, they weigh 100 pounds. Maybe they weigh 115, 20 pounds with low body fat, which is good, but who do you expect your target audience to be? Oh, look, she's shooting lightning bolts out of her hands, but of course the hero can't be hurt. And the thing is, my God, where did my tits go? Of course, most superheroes are not able to be hurt, because that would kind of destroy the storyline if you kill off your superheroes. But the thing is, you don't notice those plot devices as much when you enjoy the character. You don't have a problem with Spider-Man, never... The Spider-Man guy's ass kicked a lot, but there's never any danger of him dying. But because he was so likable. Oh, God. Captain Marvel is the opposite of that. And that's kind of the problem with Star Wars. The Mary Sue, what's-her-face? Rey. She's, nobody liked her, and so they noticed these plot holes. Did A New Hope, Empire, and Jedi have plot holes? I'm sure they did, but... the characters were so freaking enjoyable that we didn't give a shit. People didn't like not the Wookiees, with those little midgets running around in furry cosplays, Ewoks. But the rest of the movie was fantastic. And to be fair, even as a kid, I thought it was cool. When I was a kid and saw it. And as an adult, it didn't bother me. It was kind of cheesy, but I understand they're making more money off toy sales than anything else. Okay, so here's the Asian ladyboy shows up. That's the first you see the character. You don't know what it is, because gender is, it's all a social construct, except for, the breast and vagina that, help give birth to the next generation, and then you use those breasts to feed the next generation. But whatever, it's just a social construct. But here's the thing. If it's a social construct and you believe that, then why do you try so hard to make women look like men and men look like as feminine pussies as much as possible? Because you guys have an agenda. These idiots have an agenda. Very few people want to see women violent. I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see women punching women, hurting women. It goes against our biology, because we've got millions of years, tens of millions of years since we came down from the trees, of women feeding their kids, taking care of their kids. We've got millions of years of protect the person who has the eggs. at all costs, because men are biologically replaceable, unfortunately, or they used to be, not anymore. Nowadays, men are more biologically more valuable than women. But they used to be. It used to be the opposite. It used to be women were very, very valuable because they had the eggs, but now it's gender roles have changed so much that women's values actually dropped quite a bit. So we're more willing to see women get hurt nowadays, or go to war, become police or whatever, get shot. It's just because it's just a different vibe now, but we're not all the way there yet. Most people do not want to see women punch each other. And the thing is, what does she weigh? Seriously, 120, 5'6", 120. If this was a real woman, she'd probably be a beautiful woman. Skinny, if you like the skinny women. But as a comic book hero, no, you want to see these big muscular dudes doing whatever the hell they do. My buddy calls them bundles of sticks in spandex. Poor little black girl with her hair, what is that, braided or something? That's another weird thing I noticed about all the black chicks I know do like straighten their hair or something with what's that stuff, that hydroxyl something. They put the stuff on their hair and straighten it out. Some black dudes do it too. It relaxes the hair. I forget what it's called though. Very few black chicks have their own hair like natural style. Though I always say you should totally do it. I mean, why not save money on the like spending money on hair care products? It's just, if you're a dude, just shave your head, or you can cut your hair yourself, or shave your head, whatever. Anyway, the thing is, these idiot writers at Marvel, they use black people just like they're shields. They're absolute friggin' shields. I mean, she's not being, literally, right? Literally a friggin' shield. It's just so embarrassing, because like all these far left-wing idiots, if you actually look at them, you say, well, okay, I guess you must have a lot of black friends in your social circle because you're included in the comic book, right? And they're, oh, no, we don't have any, I don't know any black people. But all of us, the people who are the right-wing, alt-right Nazis, we all know and are friends with, have in our circle, people of all different colors and ethnicities. I keep saying, it's like the people on the right are the most diverse group ever. All these patriot groups and religious, like Christian groups and Proud Boys or whatever, you look at those groups and they're all brown and black and white and blue and all these different colors, and then you look at Antifa and it's all white, and you're telling me that one side's considers the other side, that they think themselves superior. But how does that work? Is it like a mostly white power organization? None of this makes sense. It's just this bizarre cultural war, and the media is supporting it. Just kiss me, you fool. Make sweet, sweet love to me. Eat my kimchi. The media is supporting it because, yada yada, globalist, tinfoil hat. I keep saying this stuff, and I know I sound like a freaking loon when I say it, but it's not crazy. In an institution, all I wanted was a Pepsi. I think that's suicidal tendencies. Okay, my point is, nobody wants to read this shit. I mean, if I was a little boy, I might start getting interested at this scene and want to see them. Every guy's thinking when two chicks are fighting, are they going to start kissing? But they don't. Of course they don't. She pulls her microprocessor. Oh shit, they didn't even show the scene. That's the next scene. This jumps to the next scene. Look, she's got her arms around her. This is the next scene. I screen capped on the next page. But she pulled the chip out of it. It was on her head or on her neck. Oh, maybe it was on her chest. But they don't show it. That is bizarre. Because I see the wound in her chest. That must have been where the chip was. That is freaking weird. They don't set up that scene. Wow. Okay, that thing. They don't even really show it. Is that a shadow, or is that where the star thing is? That is weird. That's just, I didn't notice that the first time I read it. That's really bad. That's compositional design right there. See, that's the wound, but they didn't set up the shot. And this is the thing she pulled off, like the microprocessor, whatever it is, the MacGuffin, the Deus Ex Machina. It's the plot device. It's stupid. Okay, I'm gonna read this for you because, again, I'm trying to pad out these things a little bit. The little black girl with her hair in braids, adorable little kid, says, "Did that fix it?" Marvel says, "I think so. Thank you for helping Save me, but promise you'll never do anything like that again. And the girl says, I can't. Okay, that's pretty decent writing. That's pretty cool. And she says, why not? Because I want to be a hero like you, and heroes do the scary things, right? I suppose they do. All right, it's not bad. The thing is, the use of the black girl is just stupid. It's just stupid. And the thing is, they use them as a shield because they say, how dare you criticize the black girl? I'm not criticizing the black girl, you fucking morons. I'm criticizing you using somebody you consider inferior as your shield. And let's just be honest about it. These left-wing idiots, they consider these people inferior to them. That's why they bend over backwards to shoehorn them into stories. And they never criticize them. They're purse puppies. If you consider somebody your equal, you are the first to criticize them, their culture, their behavior. You have to be free to criticize their bad behavior and give accolades to people's good behavior, regardless of the color of pigmentation in their skin. It's racist to not criticize them. Marvel and all the comics in general doing this just garbage horse feather stuff of never portraying them in a negative light is God, it makes my skin crawl. It is so freaking racist. And I know a lot of you people listening to me think, oh, Bianca's such a wise ass and always just must be a racist from all these weird things they say. And I'm not. I'm just not. But these people are. They are the real. Okay, here's the other. At school they said you were an alien. Is it true? Is that true? Weird. Yes, it is. My mother was something called Cree, but what about your dad? He was human, so you're both then. Yes, I am. People can be lots of things at the same time, I think. You should just tell people that. Maybe I will. Tell people what? That you're mixed human? I'm mixed human too. Most of us are mixed with different groups. I mean, we're all mixed humans, but that's just stupid. So that transsexual ladyboy takes off its Zer's helmet. Get in there. And it's a chick. It's just a short Asian chick, I guess. Half Asian chick. Two breastless girls. Blue-eyed blonde with no tits. And the Asian girl with no tits. Even less tits. At least Marvel has a B cup. And look. That's these are two chicks. Crotches and shadows. Her butt is turned away from the camera. She has maybe an A cup if she's lucky. Butt is covered up by the pouch. Her arms are crossed over her chest. There's nothing appealing. Are those two dudes in the background hugging? Probably. No, in Marvel, probably hugging. Everyone is gay or trans. Of course, they validate each other. I'll be your sidekick. I'll be your little Asian sidekick because you're amazing. I think I might blush, Jennifer. Hug, please don't. Please just go down on each other and get it over with. Listen, look at these two chicks. You're not attracting the male gaze because they're out of 20,000 people who, I don't even know if 20,000 people bought it. 20,000, it was shipped 20,000. So what percentage of that is actually bought? I don't know. And of the say all 20,000 were bought. Let's say by moms for their kids. The kids read this. And they read it because, if you give a kid a comic book, they'll read almost anything just because it's... Well, nowadays kids have so much other entertainment. When I was a kid, yeah, you would read anything, even if you weren't into it, just because there wasn't as many distractions. This was pre-cell phones and CDs and all this kind of stuff. So you would definitely read it. But nowadays, I don't think kids are even reading this stuff. And for $4, you just blown it. You're just blowing $4. Like I said, you're better off giving children drugs. Okay, the three chicks who were the heroes of the story, though I guess this chick wasn't in. Oh, look, the Iron Man, who as a kid was one of my favorite characters. I love the gadgets and that kind of thing. He's in the background, though he's got to be the most powerful character here. You have some Spider-Girl, approved body type, 120 pounds, 5'6". At least she has a thigh gap. That is very, very sexy. Her butt is in shadows. Breasts are turned away. Her crotch is in shadows, and she has no breasts. And she looks like Rose Tico. She's friggin' ugly. Oh, thank God, Avengers. Something to break up this saccharine crap. I thought we were going to have to hug. Oh, we definitely are hugging. Besties. Look, we're besties. We're bestie friends. Damn it. Correctly spelled. thank you for saving my life. But Captain Marvel's never in it. I don't even know if she could kill Captain Marvel. She's, you know. Oh, look. Okay, these are 3 chicks. Oh, God. I think I zoomed in on this the next page. What did she mention her chest? Carol, your chest, are you all right? What happened to your tits? Oh, wait, she ripped it off her chest, too? I don't know what the hell's going on here. I have no idea. I'm okay, Jess. I don't know about Star, though. Yes, I'm wild with caring about that. Okay, I don't care. These faces are stupid. These are stupid. Some of the dialogue's funny. How dare she? I'm a delight. All right, that's cute. That's cute. But these faces look hard-faced and ugly. Hard-faced and ugly. They're just stupid looking. Just women have tits. It's not pornographic to say that. None of this doesn't makes any sense to just completely take their tits away. All 3 of them. Look, all 3 of them are completely titless. A cup, B cup, small B cup, nothing there. A cup, great guys. None of these faces are beautiful or compelling. They don't do anything. Oh, okay, here's the interracial relationship, and I'm sure you're listening and think, oh my, I'm gonna clip this out. I mean, if I was a bigger channel, I couldn't say this kind of stuff because the anti-comics gate idiots would be listening. But this is just stupid. There aren't that many mixed couples. It's just way more rare. I mean, you know this. And the thing is, if the writers and artists, if they're all in mixed race relationships, okay, maybe I can understand if they're writing what they know. But the thing is, I kind of doubt they are. I kind of doubt they're in any relationship whatsoever. Oh, and another thing, where was he this whole time? Doesn't he have some superpowered Iron Man type costume, or he's got some kind of outfit he wears? Was he just changing his tampon or something? I mean, you had the guy in the story who's got all these skills, and he just kind of cucked him out. Okay, we get it. They're going out. They have a physical relationship. Listen, black guys like something to hold on to. She has nothing to hold on to. She has no hips. She has no tits at all. And she has no butt. So how well is that going to go? It's not going to go well at all. Oh, look, they're in bed together. In case you didn't know they had a relationship, they don't want you thinking that once you go black, you become a single mom. Look, they're in a committed relationship. Though she probably can't have kids because she's not human. Okay, we get it. They're in a relationship. Do these writers and artists just jerk themselves off when they write this stuff? They just get wet at the idea of we're gonna upset those comic-gate Nazis. We don't care. We don't care. If this is what you enjoy, it's fine. We really don't care, but apparently nobody else cares either because nobody's buying this. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. 20,000 issues by issue 8. This is issue 11. So how many are you selling? I don't know. Not many. Not a whole lot. In case you didn't get it the first 3 times they showed them being physically intimate, they're physically intimate. He didn't hit it and quit it. He didn't dine and dash. He didn't, I don't know. It's just stupid. Okay, so she's got a bottle of booze hidden, and she gets rid of it. So I guess there's kind of the alcoholic backstory, but they're not really touching on it. The thing is, I don't know. It's just stupid. I'd say she probably couldn't even get drunk because, her body, I don't know how her body responds to alcohol. Okay, like I said, this is the only interesting part where the girl, and now suddenly I don't have to be here anymore. Things have changed. Reality is mine. And she says, somehow I don't just possess the reality stone. I am the reality stone. Oh, that was cool. The stone was taken out of her chest, but, and she got it destroyed, but that was cool. She took on the characteristics of it. And I know that's just kind of they do this in comic books all the time because comic book writing is the most silly stuff. Wait, she's in jail. Why would she have something with which she can harm herself? These straps. That's kind of weird. She might pull a Hillary Clinton or something. Oh my gosh. I won't even. We'll take a look at the letters in a sec. These are the drawings for the Dark Captain Marvel. Can you see this? That's 5'6". That's like 105 pounds. That is modeling. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it in real. That's, you know what? That's not even 100 pounds. That's more like 5'6", 100 pounds. That's that is crazy, and I think it's great. You know, in person, I love skinny girls. I think it's awesome. Very, very. It's healthier to be 10 pounds underweight than 10 pounds overweight. Definitely love it. Beautiful girls, but for comic books, this isn't really what most people are into. Most people are not into skinny girls like this. Even girls aren't really into skinny girls like this. Very few people are into it. Some letter. I'm sure it's just up her own. Just these chicks. If they could go down on themselves all the time, they would. They just think they just think they're so amazing. Wow. Whoa. That was some way to end an arc, huh? I'm not sure we have the same definition of arc. But don't worry, Carol Core. The answer to Star Strange new status quo are coming. Get pumped for Star number 1. First of 5 issues starring the breakout character of 2019. By the time you read this, I will have taken an overdose of Xanax and vodka. The first cover will have been revealed at New York Comic Con. I'm sure that audience is dwindling year by year. We need you to help us get the word out. How many issues do you think that will sell? Everyone you know to put Star on their pull list. How about no? She's the villain you're going to love to hate. You're the writer I love to hate. Now I'll step aside for a minute and let Carmen offer a few final words as she moves on to an exciting new project. Who the fuck is Carmen? Writer Sam Heroes. I don't know who Carmen is. I don't even know. I remember the writer of this because I see her name everywhere. She's a total idiot. It's difficult to write this, but at least for now, these are my last pages on Captain Marvel because I'm going to rehab for a hydrocodone addiction. Back when I was offered this series, to my surprise, I never imagined what it was going to mean for me. Becoming a Marvel exclusive artist, that probably meant $50,000 a year. So if you're in a big city, you're probably struggling to make ends meet. Launching my first series ever, starting with issue 1. That's usually what they say. Okay. Even now, getting to draw one of the most powerful characters in all the Marvel universe. She's powerful because you made her powerful. She wasn't. If you read her old books, and I went through the old stuff. There's like 3 or 4 Marvel characters: the dude, the chick, the black chick, then the white chick, and they're all better than the current iteration. Thank you for the bottom of my cold black desiccated heart for the opportunity. Creative team was created literally to put Carol where she belongs, in the pantheon of the greatest amongst the Marvel heroes. Well, she does not belong in the house of the gods because she was never there in the first place. She was, there's countless people talking about it. There's a bunch of comic book analyzing channels on YouTube where they talk about her, and I saw one a long time, it was like an hour of the history of her. And she was not a powerful character. They showed her struggling to lift up some barbell that some other superhero was easily lifting. Kelly, Tamara, oh god, okay, those are all Kelly Thompson. Tamara Bonvillain, probably. A bunch of other idiots for this unbelievable adventure. It's not an unbelievable adventure when you put everybody to sleep. The support we received since the series was announced at last year's New York Comic Con has been incredible. Well, you haven't received that much support because you're only shipping 20,000 by issue 8. There isn't a single day when we don't contemplate suicide. Receive love for this series, and I hope I've been able to demonstrate all my love back to you throughout these 200 pages. Unless there's a BJ involved, you haven't shown me any love. This is not a goodbye, but a see you again, and soon, I hope. And never forget, always get up. Yeah, all right, fair enough. That's pretty good. That is a pretty good saying. Never quit, never give up. Fair enough. Don't let Carmen out of your sights. Follow her in the pages of X Corp. Maybe it should be called like XX Corp. The latest in the wave of genre redefining. That's a good phrase. Genre redefining. The artist's books, formerly known as talented and well-selling. Issue number 1's on sale February 2nd. Make sure you're back here. The debut of an artist, Lee Garbett. The Last Avenger is going to be heart-pounding. No, it's not. Life-changing. Oh, so it's a 12-series maxi series? Oh, that is sad. If that's what I'm reading it right, that is just pathetic. Because you know it would never go further than that. That's the last issue, 12. Okay. So it'll take a couple months to find out what issue 11 and 12 are selling. Now, issue 12, does the last issue sell better, I think? This is just dog shit. I've read every single issue, and I've reviewed about half of them. None of them are good. There was nothing good in any of them. Please, give me a little camel toe. Can you just, a little camel toe? Something? Some butt cheek? At least you gave her tits. That's, I don't know what cup size it is, but at least something. And you gave her a pretty face with lipstick. So why doesn't the interiors have this kind of stuff? That must be the stone. Cool cover. Cum shot on the first page. All right, guys, this is silly. If you let this thing play this long, very cool. If you want to enter the art contest, like I said, I'm going to a comic book convention in a couple weeks. I'll get some signed books and T-shirts and that kind of crap. If you want to enter the art contest, email me, biancazombie602@gmail.com. I will send you the art. Or, I'll put it in like a Google Drive. I put it on Instagram or put it in a Google Drive. I'm on Instagram and on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. I'll put all my links up there. So follow me on Twitter, because I got a feeling I'm going to be kicked out very, very shortly. I bravely and stunningly speak truth to power, which is not a popular thing on Twitter. Like I said, if you buy any T-shirts between now and the end of the year, I'll donate 100% of the profits to Captain Robert April's GoFundMe. He was a homeless YouTuber who was living in his car, and he got in a horrific car accident, destroyed his car, so now he's in the hospital and completely homeless. He's in deep, deep trouble. And his wife is actually disabled in the hospital too. So they are, it's like these left-wing idiots in San Francisco. They want to open their borders to Mexican Americans, give them free healthcare, free welfare. We have Americans who are struggling. We have Americans of all races and ethnicities who need help, and we don't have enough money to pay for Mexico. We have our own Mexican Americans who are struggling. Why don't we help Americans first? And I mean Americans of all ethnic groups. Oh, you're only talking about the British and the Germans. Guys, I'm not British or German. I mean all Americans. We only have enough taxpayer funds to take care of Americans. The goal of these idiots is ultimately to destroy the nation, to bankrupt it, to destroy it, because it makes it easier to rule. I keep going on and on about this, and because a couple years ago I wasn't even aware of this stuff, and I got woke. I got so friggin' woke. Okay, so I know these people can draw better. At least they're, the composition makes sense. I know they can draw better than this. They're not allowed to. Who is the artist? Tamara Bonvillain? I think that was the colorist. Carmen Carnero or something was the pens. And Kelly Thompson is the writer. So they obviously could draw better than this if they wanted to, but they simply either are not allowed to or they don't want to. This is stupid. Okay, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next episode.